Hello, welcome back to another video. Today's a Saturday again. Yeah, I'll just get straight to it. Last Sunday I went to go play badminton. Like I talked about, with two of my friends, and the rest is one of my friends, mutual friends, and one coworker. So I went to play badminton. There was eight, eight I think. There was eight of us. It was just okay. Uh, what I mean by that is like fun wise, like 'cause it feels like they don't really like playing. I mean not really like that. I mean more like just playing for fun. 'Cause kind of want to play like more intense. Like if you're just playing like rally. I mean rally is fine, but like it's kind of boring. My other friend also agreed it was pretty boring. But we can't complain too much, because in the day we still play badminton. We were there for about almost 3, 4 hours, I think. We got there around like 3, then we played until like 7-ish, I believe, like 7 or 6, somewhere around that. I remember it was dark when we left the building, yeah. And oh yeah, that's pretty much for badminton. And we went to eat, how do you say it in English? Well, I want to get like eat some like Sichuan mala stuff. Yeah, I don't know how to say it in English. Maybe, I don't know, something like that. Yeah. When I eat that, it's actually my first time eating like Sichuan food. Uh, Sichuan's like one of the problems in China. It's one of those like problems have different type of dishes. It's my first time having it. It was okay. Personally, I can't. Personally, not it for me. I wouldn't pay for it if not something I would crave for it, because first I don't eat that. It is very oily for me. I don't eat that oily. I eat pretty light, to be honest. And a lot of people, when I eat, like people realize that the stuff I eat, or the stuff I cook for people that who eat my food, I eat very very light, like almost no flavor. So I eat very light. And also I can't really handle spicy food. So yeah, I was pretty much struggling that day. But the food was okay. It was decent, but it was just too oily and spicy for me. They ordered a lot. Uh, just a bunch of they ordered like, so there was only 6 of us who ended up eating. Grab dinner. It was 177, I think, something like that. Yeah, it was pretty expensive. It was like almost like $30 per person. It's pretty expensive. Um, but it was experience, I guess. It was expensive because well, they ordered. I didn't order anything. They just ordered. They took care of everything. I didn't really look at the menu because I don't know what to order anyways, because everything is spicy and nothing really light, so it's pretty pointless for me to order. And they know their stuff, so they ordered like a 6 pound fish. 6 pounds, I think. Yeah, I forgot, but it was a big fish. They didn't really finish it, but we cleared most of the plates. But yeah, that's pretty much it for like the badminton thing on Sunday. And Monday was the my case study. It was one of my projects that I had to present. One of my projects that One of my projects from this semester that actually present. So wasn't it? Well, that was Saturday night. I kind of skip over a little bit. But Saturday we have 5 people in this group. Originally we had 6. I think. Let me check. We had the Discord chat. I keep forgetting how many people we have. Oh, so we have 5. Well, we had 6 originally, like from the very beginning of the semester. But one dropped a few weeks ago, and one more drop like the very last minute until like the presentation day. We didn't know, so there was only like four of us. Yeah, and me and the other Chinese guy, we kind of took care of everything on the slide, and there was only two slides left you can really do. We were talking about the Wells Fargo case study about the unauthorized part. If anybody remember that, that was a few about 2 years ago. Yeah, somewhere 2 years ago. It was the beginning of the pandemic, so. Oh, I mean when they got sued, but it's been happening a long time ago. Let's talk about that. So we pretty much got everything. Me and the other Chinese guy, we got everything. So there was only things, one slide needs to be filled out, which was the customer and the employees, I believe. So this one guy, this guy, he just did one slide of his own. 'Cause obviously, I gave everybody a lot of time to do it. I announced it 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks, like we should all work together. Well, none of that works, so I just said we should just work on our own prior to meeting if we end up meeting. Yeah, end of the project, no, we didn't meet at all until presentation day. Yeah, so we kind of said we just gonna work on our own. Take care. The slides was needs to be taken care of, and I only cause me and another Chinese guy, we only did it 1 week, maybe like less than 1 week. Then we saw no progress, so we decided to take action because it was way too long. And yeah, we pretty much got most of it done. So it was only really two slides to main content wise to really add. Yeah, so that one guy, he just did one slide for the employee, and the other one was the girl. She did the customer slide. Yeah, and she just polished up. Not like I really noticed, but I don't know what she did, but it looks different. She changed even the theme of the slides because it was only like black background. Like who really cares? She changed it to all white. Then she started adding photos into the slide, which is fine, but unfortunately for this class, we have to give credit for each of them. But she didn't provide any link, so we can't do that. So I remove a bunch of them that I can't find. So she's creating a lot of problems. She's creating more stuff that Mama she could have take care of, but she didn't take care of it. So it's pretty annoying. And yeah. So this was like, well, I'll talk about. Yeah, I wasn't really happy with the what's it called when we turned it in. We had to turn it in like a day early. So Sunday like 5 p.m. We had to turn it in a day early, and we presented on Monday. Monday when we presented, I said on Sunday night that maybe, well, not Sunday night, like afternoon Sunday. I say let's meet uh early if you guys want to practice. Zero response, but I showed up early anyways. Yeah, none of them were there. Yeah. Then we pretty much get straight to it. Present in class in our business class. We did. I don't know how long we did, but I don't think the professor really cared about the length of the presentation as long as not more than like 20 minutes. We definitely did not did over 20 minutes. Uh, I think it was maybe around like 10, 15, maybe like a 10. I don't feel like it's 15. We went over the presentation. When we presented, it was pretty awkward because there was supposed to be another guy. Remember I said five? So that one guy didn't do any of the slides, and we were waiting. We weren't really waiting. Well, we were waiting. Like me and the other Chinese guy, we were waiting for three of them to do something on the slides. They ended up not doing anything. So they only do the two slides, which I just put down: customer slide and employee slide. And they only did two. They didn't add anything else. But the girl ended up changing things up format wise, so it looks pretty weird. Uh, yeah, but it was okay. I feel like there was a lot of words on the slide. It's just I personally I just think it was way too much. Yeah, so it's pretty much like filled out. But I kind of get understand because when we're presenting, all my teammates were wearing, all my group members were wearing masks. I wasn't wearing a mask, so it kind of makes sense when they were put in like a lot of text because it's kind of hard to hear with a mask on and with a mask on. And it's easier for people to actually want to listen. I mean, understand. They can just read off the slide rather than hearing from us because we were wearing like a mask. So during the actual presentation, we didn't do so well, like the transition. Like nobody really know what to do. But I already let them know that I'm gonna take care of what slides the previous day, but none of them really follow like what they're going like as what they said in Discord. They weren't really doing what they said they were gonna do, like who's gonna present what slides. And that really was a problem because that one guy who dropped on that day kind of messed up like that. So it's kind of his fault. But it was pretty minor. We took care of that. So I talk about three slides. My slides had, I would say, let me check. I would say I had quite a few texts. Uh, yeah, I think I have a lot. But what I want to say is I didn't really read like the whole thing. I remember like the what I was going to talk about, but they're just number wise. I did look on the slide like how many accounts they got access, blah blah blah. I don't remember that, but I do remember like the whole content itself. So I barely look on the slides. It was not a problem for me. It's more like for people who really wants to like read it, in case they can't hear me well for some reason. But I wasn't wearing a mask, so I'm not really gonna say anything. But I didn't really, I didn't really have to look at the slides. Besides when speaking about numbers, which is only one bullet point of it. Everything was pretty much words, but I didn't have to read outside. Remembered it. And next, I was talking about like the lawsuits, like the fines. I did have to look at the slides because I don't remember the numbers. And that's pretty much it for my portion. And my rest of my teammates talk about the employees, the customers, the outcome, and the ethical part. And that's pretty much it. I don't feel like we had a lot of text on a slide, but when we got our grade back, we got it like the same day. The professor gave us like 77%. I'm not very happy with it because well, me and other teachers, we work really hard on it. The comment that we received, hold on, where is it? Got it. There we go. So yeah, hello, Swargo team. Thanks for presenting today for managing to fill in the gaps for missing teammates who dropped last minute. Uh, she was more lenient than usual with grading because we were down for one teammate. So the feedback for our presentation, we did a good job splitting up the material and not and giving everyone equal time to speak. We spoke clearly, and it was nice to hear, for everyone to hear you. You covered the basics of the case, but did not go very much in detail. More critical analysis would have been nice. Your slides seems to thrown together last minute and were almost entirely on text. Thus, not very compelling. Uh, you tied in class concepts such as the utilitarian ethical framework and customer rights, but did very little to explain it. More depth would have been nice. So the first thing I want to say is, yeah, we did. I was surprised she didn't say we did. Uh, we spoke clearly. I was kind of surprised about that. Because I know every time like when someone present and while their group was wearing a mask, I personally have a hard time hearing it, but maybe because I sit all the way in the back, and some of them don't talk very loud. So I was surprised about that. We covered the basics, but I don't feel like we covered the base. I mean, obviously we have to cover the basics, but we did go in detail, like the outcome, the fines, number wise, who is involved, and like the personal people who were responsible, and what were their benefits and the benefits they got, and the disadvantage. Well, not disadvantage. The what was the outcome of them. So we get pretty much go very in detail. We even talk about the employees too, like managers, like those kind of stuff. I feel like we go very much in detail, but I don't know why she's saying that. Our slides seems to thrown together last minute. I will kind of agree. Uh, Even though it doesn't feel like last minute. Text wise, content wise, if she's talking about like I don't know. I don't know how she'll notice about like the background. I don't know. I don't feel like it's last minute at all. I'm not gonna accept that. Uh, but again, I did work on a slide like a few days before this presentation started. But I already figured out. I already studied this case study already. But it's more like implementing it, and I was just giving time for people who wants to like who our group who wants to do it. Obviously, nobody did it, so me and the other trans had to take the lead and start. But we did it like 5 days before that, I think. Let me see. So my first edit was on the what's it called? On the 10th, October 10th, and we presented on the 20, the 17th. So yeah, we have more than a week to do it. Yeah. Then what's the next one? So it was almost entirely on text. Yeah, if it was entirely on text, but it's like important information. It's also for like you know people who can't hear as clearly. It's more like like when you watch TV, it's more like a subtitle. Uh, then we try the class concepts but did very little that explains how to apply the class. So yeah, we did try to apply it, but I do agree we were gonna have to take the hit because personally, this was the original what we think. We didn't really explain how the framework works because we assumed that everybody knows what that means because we just learned that not too long ago. So we didn't give like the actual definition, but it's more like the case, like customer rights. Okay, we just took customer rights, then unauthorized account access, but we didn't talk about customer right, I guess. I feel like it was pretty much self-explanatory, but I guess we should explain definition of like, oh, what's the ethical framework? Like this utilitarian, what does that mean? Then how does that apply to the case? So I guess that we'll take the hit. So we got 77% off this. This is the group grade. There's gonna be a team evaluation grade. I hope to get at least 85%. Considering the contribution that me and other Chinese guys work on, and the other three was MIA until the last minute. Yeah, but if I don't get 85, I don't know when we'll get the team evaluation. If I don't get 85, I'm gonna talk to the professor. I'm gonna email her. Yeah, I'm one of the students who's gonna fight, make a troublesome student once. Yeah, but I don't think I deserve 77%. But if I get 85, I think I'll be happy with it. But we'll see. That's more of a later thing. Yes, I talked about a little bit too long, but that the case study. So Monday, yeah, that was pretty much it. Then my computer class. I had to go pick up my dad. He went into the hospital to do like when you get old, you gotta clean your digestive system. So he had to go hungry for like over 24 hours. Then I picked him at the hospital at Monday. Tuesday just class. Tuesday just no class. Then Wednesday, oh no, actually Tuesday, I had to go get my car maintenance. Then realized that my car needs to change tires, which will take care of this Tuesday at Costco because it's cheaper. Toyota was like $300 more, so if I can save, why not? Then Wednesday, I have my system analysis class. We began working on the project a little bit about mobile payment. It was my idea to work on it, and my teammates didn't really have any objections, so we decided to work on it. Then Thursday, yeah, uh, my business class. What do we do? We talk about the Amazon case study. Then we learn about a little bit about the chapter and the quiz, like every class. And that was our last time learning new content, like book wise, and will be our last quiz. So the next classes we'll have is we have a case analysis exam, a few case study, then we're gonna begin our presenting our projects, which I really haven't really done much of my portion, but I'll have to take care of it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then for that class, Thursday for my networking class, my teammates, well, we talk about the cellular network, then like the half of the class. Then the next half we're supposed to work with our teammates. I saw one of them at beginning of class. I know one of them wasn't gonna show up. The group text. Then the next two, the other two I didn't know they were gonna leave, but they left uh, after the break. Like everybody saw it. Like they just left. They should have just leave like during the break rather than like after the break. So the two just left the class, so I was left alone again. Yeah. But we decided I proposed the idea on last Thursday, like 1 week ago. About like we need a project to somewhat related networking. So I proposed an idea to my professor about like a cryptocurrency mining pool for like small combination power miners. I sent him a link. He was okay. He's actually kind of interested. So we'll go from there. But he said he will let me know because he has to learn about it. But it seems like he's okay with it because the because the previous proposal he wasn't that was not really it. I proposed like a payment system, but he said he wants to like actual peer-to-peer, like there's no middle person. So I just figured talk about the pool, the mining pool, and the next was my teammate's proposal was about using GPS to like the distance, like time, something like that. I don't really understand what they were trying to say, but it makes sense for the professor. But he wasn't really okay with that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Then Friday, I actually did some Legos yesterday. Actually, I worked a lot on my Legos. I'm not. I'm too lazy to go grab it. But I work on the Youngers 88 and the ME 262. Then the next one I'm working on is a SD. It's an AA truck, anti-air truck, German truck. Uh, yeah, I'm actually done with my Luftwaffe collection. Actually, I'm actually done. I didn't realize it, but I'm done. I can actually like make a video about it. Actually, like just I don't know, like a short 5 minute video or something. But maybe I think I want to take care of my. I have to order one more ship actually. And it'll be my last ship because currently I have 4 ships and 1 submarine. But I don't really like even numbers, so I'm just gonna get one more. So that'll make it 6 for the Kriegsmarine. Then after that, I'll be done with my Kriegsmarines as well, and the rest will just be like the here, which is like the most probably the most things I need to build. And there's a lot of them, so. And I barely work on the here, like the army wise, so yeah. So it'll take some time. It will not get done this year. Obviously, it'll be next year, but the Air Force and the Navy is done. Yeah, I'll probably figure out time to make a short video about it because I also need to make like cause I'm displaying them on like a rack, like a shelf, and I have to take care of that. But I've been like super busy with, like school, especially well project wise, I guess. Yeah, but that's pretty much it for my week. Then Saturday just started, so I'm not gonna go anywhere. Just school. I mean, just homework. Yeah. Yep, that's pretty much it. And thanks for watching. Okay, bye.